method. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Geez, I don't know if everybody is as affected by weather as I am, but like this rain in Joburg is just enough now. Like, enough. I don't have hot water in the kitchen because that geezer's on solar only. And yeah, we have not had hot water in there for 2 weeks. It sucks. I really hate talking about the weather, but geez, like, it's enough now. Good afternoon, JC and Anti-Marxist and Dylan. Welcome. Yeah. Okay, so enough bleating about the weather. Let's just get this live stream broadcast to the grams, you know, the telegrams. And yeah, there we go. Right. Let's how do I put my phone on silent? iPhone was so easy because you just had a flip switch, you know, so much easier. There we go. I'll just put it on do not disturb for a wee bit. Dylan saying sorry to you. Thank you. I mean, you know, there's worse things in life I could be complaining about, but yeah, that's like the biggest thing is the kids are driving me nuts, like, and the Labradonki, because they haven't been able to run off their energy. So I was actually looking for a restaurant with an indoor play area. Gosh. JC is saying it's hot in the Cape. Yeah. Maybe I need to move somewhere where that has a winter rainfall rather. Hello, David. Shame Dylan feels bad for me. I'll deal. I'll take the kids to a spur that has an indoor playground and we'll do better once we get some of this energy burnt off. Next week this time we'll be complaining because it's so hot and humid. This is true. Like, February is our hottest month generally in Joburg, and I think in the Cape as well. So yeah, that's yeah, the ANC is much worse. Let's complain about them a bit, which brings me to the topic of today's live stream, which is well done to all those brave people that decided to open the beaches on Saturday with their protests. The cops tried to stop them, but they ended up not stopping them. And so there was an emergency meeting of the NCCC on Sunday, and yes, last night, Squirrel decided, okay, beaches and parks and everything because will be open, because, you know, the rate of infections is steadily declining. And he's also given us booze back. Who's been to the bottle stores today? Who's already stocked up? Let me know in the comments. Have you already stocked up? And then What else did he allow us to? Oh, our curfew is 11 p.m. again till 4 a.m. Yeah, I can only roll my eyes at that one. Like, only. So many beachgoers with mask tan. Like, yeah, please, guys, if you go to the beach, like, just take your fucking mask off, please. Yesterday, I was on a mission. Hold on. Nelson, she doesn't play. No, Nelson. Nelson's like doing that play signal thing to Freakazoid, my old hairless dog. And she doesn't play. Like, so she doesn't like give the play signal back, and he's like, come on, and she's like, you know, and she's gonna turn on him. She has in the past. She's just like, no, fuck you, I don't play, that's not what I do. And she's bit him, and then he bites her back, and because she doesn't have fur, he actually draws blood, because yeah, she's old and her skin is very thin. Okay, what must I pick you for? Did you already buy alcohol today? If so, awesome. What was I doing yesterday? Oh, I had to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor, and every car that I drove past on the way to the doctor, and I went twice because I forgot something that was kind of important to the doctor's appointment. I had a scan done, so I needed to take the results to the doctor. And so I turned around and came back home to fetch that, and went back to the doctor. And every single car that I drove past, the driver, even if he was on his own or her own, was wearing a mask. Like, come on, guys. Seriously? Like, enough with this compliance. Enough already. Freaking enough. Okay? And, okay, sitting in the doctor, fair enough, wear a mask. You don't know who's sick with a airborne virus. Not just coronavirus. I mean, it could be anything. Could even be a bacterial infection. So, you know, I actually streamed about this a while ago, that I actually quite like the social distancing and the mask and everything for going to the doctor, because especially in winter, you don't want to be stuck in a stuffy doctor's waiting room with like 50 other people that are coughing and spluttering, because most of them have flu or some other kind of respiratory infection, you know, like, no. So yeah, I agree with the mask thing at the doctors and the social distancing thing at the doctors, because I believe a lot of people actually get sick at the doctor, not necessarily anywhere else. And then obviously I had to go to the pharmacy, and again, everybody I'm driving past is wearing a freaking mask. Even people walking on the streets alone. I'm not kidding. I drove up my street on my way home from the pharmacy, and there was a lady walking with a fucking mask on. There was not a single other person in the street because it was fucking raining. And she was walking with a mask on. I'm like, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Please. Anyway, hello, Germ. Thank you for joining like you promised. You're awesome. Yeah, guys, I don't know. This compliance thing, it's just stop it. And don't now go getting complacent like we did when we went to level 1. Because now we've got booze and beaches back. So oh, it's fine, life is going back to normal. It's not. It's not. There's going to be a third wave, and our rights are going to be curtailed again. So, like, all the momentum that the beach protesters gathered over the last few weeks that culminated in the protests on Saturday, let's just keep that going. Please, let's keep that going. I have a family member walking with their mask on in their house. What? Are you serious? I can't. James says he can't hear us because he's wearing a mask. Oh, dude. Yeah. Anyway. Guys, the fight is not over. The fight is far from over. Yeah. Hello, Beaver. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're well. I'm sorry, I'm still reeling from the people that wear masks in their house to protect themselves from each other. Like, so one of the things I learned as a mom is that, yes, it's true that babies are not born with an immune system, and how they gather immunity is by, first of all, they get protected mainly from the mother. Some immunity for certain diseases crosses the placenta, and that immunity is passed on to the baby. And then that is enforced by breastfeeding, exclusive breastfeeding from, the minute they're born until preferably 6 months, and then you can start introducing solids. And the other way you stimulate their immune systems is by you allow them to explore and be exposed to germs in like small doses, basically. So, a family member comes to visit and holds the baby, and so their immune system gets triggered by different bacteria and everything that person brings into your home, and so on and so forth. So, like, as it is, because we've been social distancing and we stayed home for so long during hard lockdown, our immune systems have taken a beating because they haven't constantly been exposed to these different environmental factors that help trigger your immune system to make it stronger, because it's like a muscle that needs to exercise in order to be stronger. And you're only doing more damage by wearing a mask to protect yourselves from each other. Like, really. JC's asking how many masks do we wear tomorrow? Yeah. Or is Fauci going to say quadruple masks and 3 condoms tomorrow? Is that what's going to happen? The fight is just beginning, yes. Don't get complacent, people. Don't. I'm afraid come winter, the middle class will be happy to be working from home in their pajamas, not caring about the lower class going hungry, not being allowed to work or trade. Yeah. This is why we need to fight back against the bad ideas that came out of the first hard lockdown. And we need to make sure that does not happen again. 3 weeks to prepare the healthcare sector has definitely turned into fuck knows how long until the whole world is vaccinated. Like, I can't. doesn't make sense. And it's not okay. It's really not okay. We need to stop this. So I think a great way to be able to keep up with legal fights, legal battles against the NCC or NDZ herself or whatever, is to just keep contributing to civil society movements like AfriForum, Dear South Africa, Solidaritate, all of those civil society organizations that really took the baton during hard lockdown, and they went to court and they fought for our civil liberties. Please just keep supporting those sorts of institutions, because they really have done massive amounts of good. Massive. I mean, Dear South Africa, along with Jonathan Witt and Mark Oppenheimer, wrote a letter to NDZ, and they said, if you don't open e-commerce, we fear we're going to have to take you to court. So what happened on the deadline, it was announced that, okay, no, e-commerce is allowed to trade fully, unrestricted. Whatever you sell on e-commerce, there's none of this, you can only sell essential goods. No, there was none of that. They were able to sell. So, eventually various different organizations did take government to court over the tobacco ban, and that was ultimately, finally, like 4 months after the case was finished being heard, finally they ruled in December that the tobacco ban was unconstitutional. Great. Court authorized ivermectin for emergency use. SAPRA must now make it available for storage so that medical practitioners can get immediate and quick access. Yeah, this is quite a big story. I've been watching a few videos from various doctors complaining about the process that is now being forced upon them to be able to use this drug. So basically the doctors are complaining that they've been turned into administrators, because the regulations around the use of ivermectin is just, I'm trying to see what Beaver said that made Hendo laugh. He just said good afternoon. I don't get it. Welcome to SA, where we steal your car and leave you destitute. Yeah. They must still apply for Section 21 permits, but don't have to wait for the outcome before using it. Still too much paperwork, court case isn't completely over yet. Okay. Well, I will rely on you to keep us updated on any developments with that. That will be great. So, basically, I think it's a load of nonsense. Like the video that I watched from the one woman that is a doctor said, just trust us. Trust us to treat our patients the way we see fit, the way we feel is necessary. Anyway, let me take this opportunity right now to remind you to please like this video, and if you're new here, to please subscribe and ring the notification bell so that you will be notified of future uploads, live streams, shorts, yes, I'm playing around with shorts on YouTube, short videos. Well, yeah, I've done one so far since I decided I'm going to play around with it. So, yeah. But you will be updated of all my videos, hopefully, if you ring that notification bell. Dr. Catharda is going all out with this, joined by many other doctors, patients, and AfriForum. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let us keep it going. Keep it going. Keep the momentum going. Keep on all the cases, like the booze ban cases, if there are any. Everything. Like, let's just keep it going. It has to be. I'm sure Dear South Africa is also still continuing with their case, asking NDZ about the validity of extending the state of disaster. So, unfortunately, second wave happened quite conveniently because there was a second wave of testing. That's for fucking sure. The number of tests, like, really did increase. So, yeah. Let's just keep it going. Let's, if we have any spare cash, chuck it at these civil society organizations that are fighting for our rights, for all of our rights as South Africans. This isn't a race thing, it isn't a class thing, it isn't anything. It's just about the freedom for us to be able to choose our own destiny. And that's ultimately what I'm about here at Eleutheria. Is, you know, I might not agree with everything that you want to do in your life, but I do agree that you should have the choice to do it. You know, and not be dictated to by a government that just really doesn't know its arse from its nose. Honestly. Which I suppose leads us into this new anal swab for testing for coronavirus. Really? Yeah, don't see that kicking off very well. Just don't see it. What are your thoughts on that? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, Hendo was sharing to Beaver, but he was already here. Right. By the way, Parliament published a new ad to invite comments on expropriation without compensation. DRSA again launched the portal to comment. Okay, great. That's perfect. Please keep the comments going in on that, because, yeah, without property rights, we've got nothing. Nothing. Property rights and freedom of speech are paramount. Paramount. Anyway. I'm running out of things to talk about. What's new with you guys? And if you're in Johannesburg, can you recommend a restaurant with an indoor kids area? It has to be indoor because the weather is cuck. And I need to get my kids out the house and get them running. Or climbing, or playing, or doing something. Labradonkey, I don't know how I'm going to deal with him. But yeah, the kids, I have to. In other good news, the dishwasher's back. No more washing everything by hand like a peasant. Although my husband's been dealing with that lately because, like, I can't deal. If I don't have running hot water, it's like bad enough that I have to wash dishes by hand. Then there's no running hot water. No, I just can't. Cannot deal. So anyway, I think he managed to get some stuff to make that possible in terms of the plumbing. I'm looking at him and he's looking at me, and he has headphones on, so he has no idea what I'm saying. No. He's still just looking at me. He's ignoring me. Anyway. April's saying dishwasher changed her life. Well, yes, having a dishwasher has, I have not been without a dishwasher for, apart from odd times that it's had to be repaired or whatever, 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. Beaver's a peasant. Well, that's fine. I'm sure Beaver's babe appreciates your efforts in terms of, you know. Let's not discuss dishwashers in public, please. Are you talking about when you're the peasant and you do them by hand, my love? I use paper plates, Nick says. Yeah, this just isn't sustainable, and I don't think my mom would be on board with that. So, yeah. Yeah, that really is a stupid keyboard, Mr. Eleutheria. It's hard to go back after having one. It is. It really is. Infamous dishwasher rear its ugly head again. The dishwasher is back. It's in the garage right now because we have to do something with the plumbing to be able to hook it up again. Because like the whole thing, the whole story with the dishwasher started with the dishwasher breaking. Okay, so the dishwasher broke. And then the tap was leaking. And then we realized that the tap has actually been leaking worse and for longer than we initially thought. So it's actually stuffed up the whole cupboard that's under the sink. Countertop cupboard, everything is fucked. Okay, so we have to build a new cupboard now. I say build because it's a custom space. So we did some moving around of stuff in our kitchen to enable us to put the dishwasher under the counter because it wasn't before, and so you couldn't open cupboards properly, and it was a sturdy 3 years ago, and because of how plumbing had been installed, we had to kind of build it up from the top down and the bottom up, and like sort of somehow meet in between with this custom cupboard. But we made it work, and then the water broke the cupboard. So then, that happened. The tap kept leaking. Then we had to uninstall the dishwasher to send it for repairs. And we broke the tap more in the process. And yeah, it's just been a thing. And anyway, now the dishwasher's back and we can look at once the weather clears up, because it's really difficult to do DIY stuff when it's raining constantly. We will build a new cupboard. And yeah, then we'll be done with this cuck, hopefully. Yes, we have been boiling a kettle or 3 every time we wash dishes. I like being able to wash dishes with running hot water. I'm spoiled that way. And I'm privileged, yes. And I'm just not a peasant. So yes, Mr. Eleutheria has been doing the dishes. One thing I like about having a dishwasher is you can just rinse stuff and just put it in the dishwasher and just keep rinsing and packing the dishwasher and not have like an overflowing sink of dishes that you then have to wash because, you're running out of place to put dirty dishes. So, yeah, like Beaver says. Beaver's babe sure does appreciate that he washes the dishes. And I commend any man that washes dishes. Thank you, my love. Heather says she's been without a dishwasher most of her adult life, but now have had one for 4 months since completely rebuilding my kitchen ourselves. Wow, that's awesome, Heather. Yeah, we did a lot of DIYing 3 years ago, to make the kitchen a little bit more what we wanted. And yeah, it's really awesome to have, a dishwasher. Is Beth posh? I'm not posh, I'm just spoiled. Well, I can't even say I'm spoiled. It's like, I like stuff that makes my life easier. I like stuff that saves me time and effort and energy, and yeah. Sounds like a nightmare. Are you talking about my sink issues? Because yes, that has been a nightmare. Hello, Kyle. Good to see you. Drunk questioner doesn't do dishes. He just throws away the empty bottles of alcohol. Yes, I'm sure you do get your partner to wash the wine glasses so that you always have a clean one. By the way, have you gone out and stocked up today? How busy were the bottle stores? Good evening, William van der Walt. Good to have you back. Ooh, Beaver cooks, cleans, and does laundry. I am impressed. I really am impressed. Carl, stop bouncing around. Why, who else is live? That you guys are bouncing? As Hendo said, I'm not posh. Heather said it is special. Finally, I have the perfect kitchen. Yeah, it is nice. And like that sense of achievement when you finish and it's like, I made this. Like, I made this. Even if you pay somebody else to do your kitchen for you, but you have all the design input and you're like, yeah, so I want this mixer tap, and I want a prep sink there, and I want a double sink there, and I want this space for my washing machine, and I want this space for my dishwasher, or blah, 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 blah. Like, even just having that design input and then realizing it, and, you know, it's there, and you start working it, and you're like, yeah, like, this is how it should be. Maybe it's not for everybody. Maybe you, like, make decisions that other people are like, what the hell? Why'd you do that? Maybe. But like, you did it to make your life easier. It's so nice. So nice. Hendo and Carl keep running into each other. Yeah, that's good news. That's really good news. Laziness is the father of innovation. No, it's not even laziness. It's like wanting time to be able to pursue other things that aren't just mundane tasks that you have to do because, you know, it's part of being an adult and like a fully functioning person in society, you know, like washing and bathing and making sure you have clean clothes and blah, blah. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's laziness. I think it's just about wanting more time to pursue other interests. What is my opinion on the speech made by Ramosaurus last night? My opinion is it's great that we have booze and beaches and less of a curfew. However, we mustn't get complacent because booze and beaches tends to make South Africans very complacent. We're very happy with mediocrity. You know, it's like, yeah, it's good enough. I can go to the beach. I can swim, I can surf, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can take, if you don't live near a beach, you can take a dog for a run in the park or whatever. And then, you know, we get complacent and we don't keep up the fight and we don't keep funding civil society organizations that have taken the government to court. And then we wonder why we get our rights taken away, you know, in the name of a third wave. Because it's coming. It's coming, guys. It's coming. So, yeah. Just. Beaver's lamenting the fact that he's a true peasant because he does all the cooking, cleaning, and laundry. Oh, well. Someone's got to do it, dude. April's heading to her local for a tequila after work. That's fantastic. Yes, guys, please support your locals. Bars are allowed to open again. If they've decided it's worthwhile opening this time, please go support them. Otherwise, they might just not be in the position to open when all of this nonsense is over. And don't get me wrong, this nonsense is not going to be over for a long fucking time. So please support your local if you can. If you can't, please go to your local supermarket and buy a bottle of local wine. Or if you can do one better, go to the bottle store and buy something. Otherwise, go and support some local craft distilleries and stuff like that, please. Because that's how we're going to keep everyone ticking through this. Apparently, I'm a snob. What beverage has an expiry date in a bottle store? Beer. I skip communist criminal Cyril speech, triggers my communist allergy. Yeah, like Beaver said, beer. Would you buy a robot assistant to assist in and around the house? I'd love one of those robotic vacuums. The only thing is, like, I have levels in my house. Like, it's 2 steps down into the living room. And apparently those robot vacuums aren't suicidal, so it won't go down the stairs and vacuum the lounge. I also have children that don't pick their shit up, so it might not be a good idea. Like, I'm looking at Lego spread across the lounge floor right now as we speak. So that just proves my point. And also I have Blackstone floors, so apparently those robot vacuums don't work too well on those. So other than that, I don't know, I'm quite picky on how I like things done, and I don't think a robot could do that as well as I like it. Like,
no, you get the ones that do, but it's not like 4,500, 5,000 rand, it's 14,500, 18,000 rand.
yeah. But like, so I'm also quite picky about who I have working in my house, right? So we had a helper that came once a week. Well, she used to come twice a week, but then it was cut back to once a week when I stopped working. It was actually before I stopped working. And so she technically only worked for my mom. And she's older, so she's basically retired now. She's not in very good health at the moment, so she's basically retired. And that was the only person we had in our house for like 30 years. Over 30 years. Because for those of you that don't know, we bought a house with my mom. So in December, my sister said that she can bring one of the domestic workers that works part-time where she lives and runs a business from to help us. And so she actually came the first time whilst I was in Cape Town. And when I got back, my husband was like, she's amazing. She's like a flippin' machine. She like moves the furniture just on her own and just like cleans behind and underneath and on top of and next to, and like it's just unbelievable. She cleaned the whole house, including moving all the furniture. Well, not the whole house, because she didn't have to do our rooms. And she did my mom's ironing in like 8 hours. I was like, okay. So he's like, yeah, so she's coming next week again to do our rooms. I'm like, that's fantastic. And yeah, she is amazing. Amazing. So she comes like every 2 weeks now. And because she cleans so properly, like I barely have to clean in between her being here. And if you have a Labrador, you'll understand, like, that's unheard of. But like there's just a few places here and there that I have to vacuum and keep on top of the cleaning. I clean the kitchen. She doesn't do the kitchen. But I like have a schedule that, I do that section by section anyway. So, yeah. that's how I feel about having technology, robots, or other people doing my cleaning for me. And that was a very long answer that you didn't ask for, but there you go. They saw the beach protests and backed down, saw people starting to push back. Yes, exactly. The people opened the beaches. Cyril just made it official. The fact that Cyril is praised so much is proof of how low our standards have been set. Yes, indeed. When it is convenient, the third wave will come. Maybe election times, there will be another wave. Yes. That's it. You might as well get a surfboard. Don't think R2-D2 be efficient in house cleaning. Robots will trigger the dog. And actually, so I follow a few YouTubers that have, like Canadian and other North American YouTubers that have Roombas, or, you know, maybe that's not the brand that they have, but they have Roombas, and their pets have been okay with them. And I mean, there's lots of videos on YouTube of cats riding the Roomba. So, yeah. Nelson just wants to play, and Freakazoid is just not freaking interested. She's going to turn on him. He praised Commie Cuba throughout. Oh, yes. Yeah. A new broom sweeps clean. Absolutely. Yeah, who the hell knows where they are? I need a robotic lawnmower. I'd be interested to know if those have been invented yet. I really would. But yeah, there's like the sort of meditative side of doing something like sweeping or mowing the lawn or raking up leaves in autumn. There's something very meditative about that repetitive, brainless action, you know. So like I quite enjoy getting stuck into the kitchen, because I'll like pop my earpods in and I'll put on a good podcast or some really awesome music, and I'll just clean. And like, it doesn't matter who walks in, who does what. I'm like not disturbed. I just clean and I get it done. And yeah, I think it's very therapeutic. Yes, cats that ride Roombas are very cool. I think they're awesome. I don't know how I'm going to exercise. My dog cries. Like, this rain is set to last for so much longer. Lockdowns are not legal. Tyrants only do those things. We all need to encourage these businesses to open, and we need to assure them we will come if they fight the lockdowns. Yeah. But the thing is, as we have seen over the last nearly 11 months, everybody is just lapping this up. Like, they don't really care. And I think it's time that we do just start fighting back and start standing up in our numbers against law enforcement and government and everything, because, you know what, one person can't change it. 2 people can't change it. But a couple thousand, which will motivate another couple 100,000. Yeah. It's time we start standing against governments. Quite frankly. Anyway. Sure. It's only hopes for, guys. Give me something to talk about. Do you want to know what's coming? Maybe I'll be prepared to do it tomorrow. Do you want to know what's coming? What you can expect next on Eleutheria. Did you get the part where Cyril said cabinet has decided? How ironic. Yeah. He just had to sort of signal that, no, it was going to happen anyway, like this has got nothing to do with people going to the beaches and protesting. No. Wait until the whole hospitality industry collapse with much more higher unemployment and crime. It's already under so much pressure. It's not even funny. Like, we've got to, keep fighting back, people. Keep fighting back. You have to. Alright, I'm going to take this opportunity to please remind everybody to like the video and subscribe if you're new here. And of course, ring the notification bell when you subscribe, because then you'll get notified when I go live or upload a video. Even if it is just a short. But sometimes those shorts are cool. JC's asking how I'm enjoying my mic. No complaints yet. No, none whatsoever. What do you guys think? How's my sound? Loud enough? Soft enough? What's up? Actually, so there's a new setting on StreamYard, which wasn't there before. So I've now got it on 200% on StreamYard. How does it sound? Do you think it's good, bad, indifferent? It's very hard to see the light, what I'm actually set out on my mic. So, yeah. That's a new function that they're playing with. I'll leave it on full for now. You guys can let me know how it is. Sapphirs are too complacent and moans a lot, unlike the Italians that force the government to back down. Their restaurants are open now. Exactly. We need to stop being so complacent, accepting mediocrity, just everything. You know what? Just demand better, believe that we deserve better, and just keep up the fight. Sound is good, just don't do the Chris White sheep noise. Bah. Bah. Wow, that sounds good. Okay, so I'll leave it on 200% then. I'm also going to go back and watch the replay and see how much it changed. I just wish I knew what my mic was set on. I can't see because the light isn't great. It's on midway, which is great. That's how it should be. So there we go. Hendo, personally, I think it's their plan to make SA dependent on government. Yes, absolutely, this is the plan. It is the plan. Bad sheep. You're a bad sheep. Nelson? Bad. He doesn't care. He really doesn't care. How are you enjoying your mic? That is basically the same. JC? Happy? Indifferent? Let me know. It's just a pity that it would appear that this microphone is now sold out on Take-A-Lot. Which kind of sucks. Oh well. Communist criminal cabal, ANC syndicate. Yes. Indeed. I'm just waiting to see if JC is still happy with his microphone, and then I'm going to sign off. In the meantime, don't forget that if you're so inclined to support the show financially, there's a Zapper code right there that you can use. I'm going to figure out how to put the link in the description so that if you're watching on a mobile phone, you can use the link after the show. There's also Buy Me a Coffee in the link. Especially if you're international, you can use that. But of course, there's no pressure. It's just if you feel like it. It would be greatly appreciated. So there we go. And yeah, as always, please like the video, share it. And if you're watching after the fact, comment below, because the live chat won't be available. And yeah, let's try and get this channel to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this decade. JC's only used it once. After battling with setup, it's great, but temporarily back in the box. Yes, I saw it sold out. Yeah. Laura's here. She's saying sorry she's late. She fell asleep. I bet you did. I bet you're on some pretty strong painkillers at the moment. I don't think they even drank yet, to be honest. They were too afraid of losing liquor licenses, which we also need to take away from government. And yes, we need to show them that our balls are bigger. I'm just going to say it. We need to show them that our balls are bigger. Have to wake the true believers. Flu every year. Yes. Yes. We do. We need to change all the Karen's hearts. Or Karen's. Or Andres. We need to do that. Yeah. Anywho, on that bombshell, I am going to sign off. Please do like the stream, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends and your enemies, because we need to change the Karen's hearts. And I'll see you again tomorrow. And yeah, watch out for my shorts, because then that is how you'll find out what's upcoming on Eleutheria. So have a good one, guys. This has been Eleutheria, enlightening South Africa through liberty. Don't forget, now's not the time to get complacent, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.